Two things happened this week. Although neither was particularly interesting, when you put them together, it paints a vibrant picture. There's a new documentary on Netflix this week, Woodstock '99. Now, the music festival was a disaster from just about every perspective. But I was curious about the documentary because I knew several people that went, and I was personally involved with one of the production teams, so I wanted to see if they'd be adding any opinions to the narrative. So I watched about an hour, and one thing just jumped off the screen. Look at the people. No, seriously, look at these crowds. Thousands of people. There were almost 300,000 people there. Do you see it? These are just regular people. Now, sure, of course, most of them are in their 20s. But they're rich, poor, college kids, farm workers, mechanics, librarians, teachers. I know for a fact one of them was a whale trainer at SeaWorld. Well, my roommate was there at the time. But back to that giant crowd. Do you see any overweight people? This was a scant 22 years ago. This is a blip on the evolutionary scale. It usually takes thousands of years for the human race to get an inch taller or make other changes to the basic human shape or form. I also notice this now watching movies from the 80s and 90s. Rewatch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Weird Science, Sleepless in Seattle, or The Matrix. Any movie that's more than 20 years old and has a crowd scene where they just walk downtown. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Now, I did mention I saw two things this week. The second thing was an ad from Abercrombie celebrating body positivity. So here we are now, a nation full of obese people who are being celebrated for healthy at every size. Before we go any further, full stop. I'm not making fun of these people that are overweight. I am making these comments strictly from the perspective of extreme rapid evolution and the health issues that come from extreme weight gain. The medical term is morbid obesity. Morbid refers to the likelihood of causing death. Of course, I'm obligated to say that I'm not a doctor, so this can never be medical advice. But I am a human, and I can see with my own eyes how being overweight or extremely overweight can affect your health. Doctors and medical professionals have linked morbid obesity to many health risks, including enlarged heart, high blood pressure, fatty deposits on your liver and kidneys, blood clots, difficulty with pregnancy, even some types of cancer. This doesn't even mention the fact that you'll be completely out of breath from climbing a few flights of stairs. Whenever I see someone struggling to climb stairs, I always think about tragedies like 9/11, where the people had to go down 15, 20 flights of stairs to run for safety. If that were happened today, less than 50% of the people would be able to walk to safety. Just think about that. Being overweight was also pretty rough during that recent pandemic that will go unnamed. And what about zombies? Okay, if we ever get real zombies, just remember, you don't have to be faster than zombies. You only have to be faster than the person next to you. But in the last 20 years, we went from a healthy and fit country to a country that celebrates the bigger the better. Obese people are a protected class, and they can't help it, and you have to love them anyway. If you don't date a fat person, you're now fat phobic. Please, give me a break. It's gotten so bad you have to force other people to date them. In reality, who wants to have a lifelong relationship if your significant other is going to die 40 years before you do? If you are attracted to larger people, great, good for you. You found someone, and I hope it makes you happy. But having body size preferences isn't phobic at all. So how did we get here? In the blink of an eye, 20 years, the average body size is way up. Is it the food? Is it general laziness? Is it too much digital entertainment? No need to go outside? Maybe a little of everything? Either way, looking at a documentary about a music festival and seeing an advertisement for clothing really changed the way I look at things.